All right, look, excuse the look of me. I've just come back from a long run, which I'm going to show you in a second. But I want to tell you, regardless of how good of a runner you think you are, you need a training plan. This is the most number one useful tool any runner can have, an actual plan. So I'm going to give you 5 reasons why running plans or training plans are very important. But first, let's get ready for the run and I'll take you with me. All right, so let's talk about the plan for the run for today. It's Sunday, which means long run, and I'm doing 14K. Now, the run itself, whilst 14K, it's split into 4 blocks of 3K and then a 2K at the end. So the first 3K is easy pace. To me, I'm gonna keep that at around 6 minute per K pace or 6:30 per K pace, between that range. It's supposed to be easy pace for the first 3K. And then the next 3K is 5 minute 5 seconds per K pace and 5 minute 20 seconds per K pace, that range for 3K. And then you go back to the easy pace and then finish off the last 3K with that 5 minute 5:20 per K pace. And then a 2K cool down at easy pace. Anyway, let's start with reason number 1, structure. You see, without a training plan, I'm not gonna do what I just did today. I would rather stay in and watch cartoons. Today, we were watching Trolls, and then we're gonna move on to watching Bluey. I would much rather do that. It's the training plan that tells me that Sunday morning, I've got a 14K run. With that said, let's get back to the 14K run.
Okay, we're 2K into the first round of 3K at an easy pace, 6 minute 30 per K pace. So, 1 more K, and then it turns into a 3K at 5:05, 5:20 per K pace. 3K, 5:05, 5:20 per K. Let's go. 5:17. Okay, that's the first 1K, 5:17 per K pace. We've got 2 more K to go. So that's 2K within the 3K block at 5:18. So 3K done at a comfortable pace, and then a 3K at an average around 5:15, I want to say. We've got an easy 3K coming up, and then another fast one.
Number 2, expertise. You see, the people that put these running plans together, whether you have a running coach, an app like what I'm using Runner, they are experts that have put this together, that understand the progression you need to take to minimize injury. Also adding in enough challenge to get you better. The reason why that's important, you see, if I didn't have the plan that I just did today, there is no chance I'm running 3K easy and 3K at the pace I ran, because it was hard. I would just wing it. If I didn't have a plan, I would just do what I feel like. So, the expert that's put together your plan knows what he's doing and is advising you through their experience and knowledge to do 2 things: minimize injury, but also just to kick you up the bum to get the old performance going, to challenge you.
Okay, 1K of the next easy 3K done at 6:24 per K pace. We've got 2 more K in that easy one, and then we'll have to do it all again. Okay. It's not bad. 6:18. 6:35 per K pace, and it's actually in zone 4. Let me tell you something. So whilst I'm calling this a recovery patch, it really isn't. This is a very tough long run, because my recovery time, you saw that was around 6:30 per K pace, and I'm in zone 4. Some sessions will be tough. It's just how it is. But make sure you put in the easy ones too. This is not one of them easy ones.
Number 3, progression. It is the one way you get to track that you're actually getting better. A good plan will have a way of making certain things consistent. For example, it might ask you to do a long run at a certain pace. You do it in your first week. By the time you're doing it again in week 4, you're actually much more comfortable doing the pace you did in week 1. And the power of that is, over time, you actually get to see how much of improvement you're making. So, a training plan has a way of gauging your improvement over time. And if you track it correctly, you will have all the data to then look back and compare as you progress on your training plan.
Okay, this is the last fast 3K, 5:05, 5:20 per K pace. Let's go, 3K, we got this. Okay, that was tough. That's the first 1K of the hard 3K at 5:20, 5:14. So that's 2. One more K at 5:20 per K pace, or faster. Okay. I'm gonna recover, just walk. I'm gonna put the split for that 1K. That probably is my fastest one. That was hard. Small recovery for a minute, and then we're gonna finish off with a comfortable pace, 2K.
Variation. Now, you see, as a new runner, as an average runner, I worked with a coach this year, and the guy challenged me to start doing 400-meter reps. I was like, what the heck is that? And then 800, all these intervals, threshold, tempo run. This guy is throwing all sorts of words at me that I don't understand. The essence of all of that is he put together a mix of low aerobic, high aerobic, anaerobic workouts that challenged my performance as a runner and got me better. The other thing is, if he hadn't done that, I would probably just be like, oh, here we go, I'm going running. Oh, then you get bored. So that mix, that variation of a training plan exposes certain things that you need to work on. You might be okay with these slow runs until you're challenged with a sprint here and there, strides at the end of the run, doing reps, going to a track. That mix exposes certain weaknesses and you can get to work. Number 5, lastly, it's the one way of preparing for your event. If you're trying to run a faster 5K, 10K, you have to have a training plan, a strategy of exactly how you're going to do it. A good plan, like what I'm doing, knows. So for example, if you're training for a 10K, it'll get you doing 1K intervals. Let's say 1K intervals with 2-minute rest. The next week, it'll be 1 minute and 30 rest. Before you know it, you're actually connecting these 1K intervals without needing a rest. Before you know it, you can do 3K. So a good plan gets you ready for your race day, especially if you have a goal in mind for a time. A good plan would take into consideration your goal distance, the time you want to do, and put in a strategy for exactly that. Okay, if you found that useful, please consider subscribing to this channel. I'm releasing a video every day leading up to Christmas. My name is Aubrey. Thank you for taking time to watch this. I sincerely appreciate it. I do. I'll see you on the next one.